Hello and welcome back. There's actually another chest in this tent, and inside it contains the Dreamwalker's wand that we were told to find. And it adds +5 to mysticism and +30 to mana. So it's actually a really good item, and we'd like to equip it, but I suppose a promise is a promise, and we told Avalon we'd give it back to him, so I guess we'll have to do that. But we'll keep it on us for now, and continue on searching. So we found 2 of the 3 locations we were told to find. And that leaves 1 left over, so we're gonna have to find that as well. Unfortunately, I can't quite remember where it is that we're supposed to. I think it's in the top right. I might have missed it completely. That's unfortunate. And well, anyway, I think we're just about done in this area. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the right, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to, yeah, I suppose we could do that. No, we probably shouldn't. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video here and head back up to the top right, because I'm quite sure we missed something there that was supposed to be there. So I'll see you in a second once I've found it. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, and we're back. And I was right, there was something we missed in the top right here. It appears to be some sort of snake creatures called Naga. And these are what we're looking for here in the top right, and they appear to be allies of the Shaohul. So, well, I suppose we can just go ahead and kill them. They're worth a bit of training points, and it seems to be the order of the day anyway, so we just fireball them down. Hopefully it'll put a damper on whatever negotiations they had. Anyway, that's the that part of the mission done. So we actually accomplished quite a lot, and it's one last, and we've also done everything Madame asked us to do. But there's still one last thing left to accomplish. And if you recall, we were asked to find Ambassador Jofrit's nephew. I think it was his nephew. Quite certain it was his nephew. And bring him back safely to the walls of Avalon. And we're going to go ahead and try to do that. And where you find him is in Area 15, which is... oops, and here's a caster. So we'll take care of him first. You'll find him in Area 15. And he's, unfortunately, Area 15 and Area 16 contains are the most dangerous parts of this map, mostly because the enemies can see you fairly easily, even with a high stealth rating. And a lot of the enemies are immortal, and they're especially marked as being such, and we'll see a few of them later, but with any luck they won't see us, as that would be rather bad. And you can't actually kill them, since that would sort of undermine the whole plot if you're able to, say, kill the main leaders of the Ahul or Mithras himself or anything like that. And we don't really want to disrupt the plot, so they were made invincible for that reason. Now, we head to the bottom left here. I believe we will find what we're looking for. Let's see. Ah, yes, here's a cage. There's a person inside. There's a warlord guarding it, so we'll kill him. And we'll see what's in these tents first. Not much. That's a bit of a letdown. But definitely want to kill these warlords, since they're standing in our way. And we'll then pop open this cage and talk to him. And with the information given to you by the ambassador, you're able to prove that you're not in fact Shaohul and are in fact from Avalon. And what you want to do is cast a stealth spell on him, and proceed to hightail it out of here as quickly as possible. You really don't want him to die, since he's the crux of the mission. I don't quite know what happens if you die. I suppose you just fail the quest. I don't think it's too big of a deal. I don't really think anything comes of it as such, but try not to let it happen. You're sort of here to save him, not let him get killed. Anyway, oops. We're almost done here. We're now in Village 11. We've got to get back up to Village 1 to get to safety. It often helps if you clear the way first and make it impossible to encounter anything along the way, because everything's been killed, but I think we'll make it out alright. I don't think we're going to attract too much attention with the stealth spell on both of us. Usually the stealth spell only starts to fail you once you start trying to attack someone. If you just try to walk by, it's usually fairly reliable. Problem might occur if we happen to pop up in an area that happens to be full of Shaohul before we're able to cast it. But if you plan yourself out a bit, that shouldn't really be a problem. And we're just about home now, so we'll hopefully be getting some training points soon enough, and we'll see what Mudam has to say about our current quest. Again, keep in mind, you're not supposed to destroy the catapult. As tempting as it may be to do so, that will, I think it sets you back later on, and or at least in the eyes of your superiors. Although, again, it doesn't really make much sense to me. I mean, if you find something like that and have the ability to destroy it, why wouldn't you do so? I mean, does it make more sense to come back, report in on it, then go back there and destroy it? I mean, it's a stealth mission. You don't really want to have to be running back and forth constantly just to accomplish something like that. It seems a bit of a messy way to do things. But nevertheless, that's how it's done. And you can actually destroy the catapult with any means of fire damage. So our fireball would work, as would fire arrows or any weapon that happens to deal fire damage, though I don't know if you can find one just yet. But that's usually how you do it. Oh, and these guys appear, I believe, at the entrance. They weren't here before, but they appear once you try to save the ambassador's son or nephew. And you can kill them. Fortunately, he's stealth, so they can't see him. And we'll just go ahead and wrap them up. Although they don't seem to have given us any training points, which I thought is kind of strange, since they seemed rather important. But anyway, such is life, I suppose. With that done, we can now head back to the castle and report all our various successes. And I believe once we head back inside, we get a little cutscene, and Jofrit leaves our party and gets some training points. So that's helpful. And first thing we'll do, I suppose, is hand over the Dreamwalker's wand to Avalon. You can actually hang on to it. It's actually a pretty decent item. I mean, plus 5 mysticism, plus 30 mana. It's pretty good. I would imagine you might want to keep it, but we're not going to. We'll just hand it over to him as we agreed. But we're not done with the mask yet, and we'll hang on to that. So we'll say a fond farewell to the rather enticing wand and continue on our way. We have a few more things to look at. First, we'll report to the ambassador that we managed to save his nephew. Hopefully get some sort of reward for our diligent efforts. No doubt he will be very forthcoming. Or so we'd hope. And actually gives us nothing. I guess we got the training points from his nephew rather than from the person who asked us to do it. Anyway, that's that done. The last thing to do is to report into Mudam and tell him what we found. You can't actually report into him until you've searched all 3 locations, and he'll tell you as such, so make sure to actually do everything first, otherwise you'll have wasted your time. And you say you finished scouting all of the areas, and you explain everything. And after you've done that, he tells you to go ahead and destroy the catapult, which we could have done while we're there, but we now have to head back and do it. Anyway, we'll do that in the next video. See you then.